If you're born in Mexico and now you're here, you're Mexican-American, all right? Everybody else is just a Mexican. You ain't Hispanic, Latino, Chicano, the brown guy that mows their yard, none of that shit. Just a fucking Mexican. And by the way, I'm including Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans in that, just a Mexican shit. Those are Mexicans that can swim, that's all they are. I know Puerto Ricans always get mad. They, hey man, I'm Puerto Rican, man, you can't talk about my people like that, man, I'm Puerto Rican, man. First of all, dude, I knew you was Puerto Rican. I saw the flag on your neck. Come on. I knew your ass was Puerto Rican, all right. But calm down, Tito. I read his other necklace, okay?
5 months ago, I heard the funniest shit I'd ever heard in my life was a Chinese person that stuttered. I swear, this dude was really stuttering in Chinese. I'm like, and his friends was getting mad at him, trying to help his ass, right? Going, he was still going, you go to Chinatown, they get mad if you don't eat all the food, right? You go, man, can I have a check, please?
My son Frankie is now 19 years old. He likes to sit around the house and watch videos of other kids playing video games. I asked him, what are you doing? I'm watching other kids playing video games. I said, that's really? Why? Well, they're professionals. I'm like, why would you watch something that you could be doing? Because they're professionals. That's dumb. Really, Dad? Every Sunday, I see you watching football. How come you don't play? I didn't even argue. I just cut off the internet.
In football, the object is for the quarterback, otherwise known as the field general, to be on target with his aerial assault, riddling the defense by hitting his receivers with deadly accuracy, in spite of the blitz, even if he has to use the shotgun. With short bullet passes and long bombs, he marches his troops into enemy territory, balancing this aerial assault with a sustained ground attack which punches holes in the forward wall of the enemy's defensive line. In baseball, the object is to go home and to be safe.
Whenever he would knock on my wall, I knew he wanted me to turn my music down, and that made me angry because I like loud music. So when he knocked on the wall, I'd mess with his head. I'd say, go around. I cannot open the wall. I don't know if you have a doorknob on the other side, but over here there's nothing. When I wear t-shirts, I can only wear V-necks because my neck is very fragile. I cannot wear a regular neck shirt, it hurts. And I especially hate turtlenecks. Like wearing a turtleneck is like being strangled by a really weak guy. All damn day. Like if you wear a turtleneck and a backpack, it's like a weak midget trying to bring you down.
I can't stand a stinking motherfucker. One thing I can contest, you gotta clean your ass. The ass is a powerful thing. Boy, that little round hole is a motherfucker. That thing shaped like a dime and run your ass out of here. You ever had a motherfucker sit in your house, man, get up, you smell him in your sofa? That booty hole is a bitch, boy, I'm telling you. You gotta wash the crack of that ass frequently. And you must use hot water. And you make sure some soap on the end of that bitch, too. You can know when the ass is clean when you get you some soap and you set it up, and you... Then when you rinse it off, you hear a squeak, you're fresh. You're all right.
The guy that I met was 6'8", 614 pounds.
Oh, hell no!
And he was offended at my show. Not by anything that I said, but because of the fact that now at the shows, I started selling t-shirts. And apparently, I didn't have his size. Keep in mind, I go all the way up to 5X on the t-shirts. And he was like, you don't have my size. I was like, dude, I didn't know they made you. I I have up to 5X. I don't have X. The picture of a dinosaur on the back of the tag, you know?
Simple, honest, direct language. There's no shame attached to the word cripple that I can find in any dictionary. No shame attached to it. In fact, it's a word used in Bible translations. Jesus healed the cripples. Doesn't take 7 words to describe that condition. But we don't have any cripples in this country anymore. We have the physically challenged. Is that a grotesque enough evasion for you? How about differently abled? I've heard them called that, differently abled. You can't even call these people handicapped anymore. They'll say, we're not handicapped, we're handy-capable. These poor people have been bullshitted by the system into believing that if you change the name of the condition, somehow you'll change the condition.